to rock? You're getting a promotion. It's my rock. You're getting a promotion. I can do anything.
Your Rangomatic hovercraft?
No! Maybe, but the result was this. Metallic giveaway. And now I just started sharing a cozy hot cup of Lepsang Souchong tea.
You what?
Okay, well... You're getting a promotion. It's my rock. You're getting a promotion.
You're on a show.
My show. I've had enough of you two. Look at my Minotaurs. What? That's no Minotaur.
Hello.
Permanently.
Hola. Heyo. What does this do? What it do? What it be? We're gonna give it a few more minutes because my boy is taking forever to get in. Switching up the tracks here, my boyos. Hopefully, Neil doesn't copyright strike my ass. Love you, Neil. I love you, but gravity's calling. I've got some falling to do. I'm in a state of shock, but it's nothing new. I guess it all depends on your point of view. It's true. Alright, I'm gonna start calling my boy. See if this gets across. Destination is impending. Go out in style. Down to the sky. Sing the tune and realize. perpetual motion.
Hello?
Oh wait, visualize perpetual motion. Suddenly,
I didn't.
saves the skies from the open sea. The tradition may lasso me. Squid and he saved my life, but I am too freaked out to be nice. So I tell him the truth that I'd rather fall. No offense, but at least it's predictable. Gotta stop stalling. I've got some falling to do.
We're falling now. Hold on. I'm on my phone right now because it's going through Everything's working. Everything's coming up. Are we live?
We're definitely live. Yeah, so if I could recommend a strategy to you, just so that you can make sure things are looking good on your end, just pull up the screen, pull up the stream on like your phone or something. You know, see how everything's going. You know, check both of our mic qualities, and you know, if I put some music up in the background. While he's doing that, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome all of you to shut up, G-Force. I don't give a shit. I would like to welcome all of you, ladies and gentlemen, to the official Episode 1 of the Girth cast. Or Center of the Girth.
I thought this was episode 2 since
No. The last one was the pilot. The last one was the pilot.
A pilot episode is still a first episode.
Yes, but no. This is like official episode 1.
Okay, I understand that.
This is like, yeah, that was just the one where it's like, okay, we're establishing the ground rules. We're making sure people know who we are, what we're about, the weird shit they can expect, and then now we gotta get into the real stuff. So I got a few ways we can take today. You know, we can take it way number 1, which is classic cringe stream Chris-Chan. I'm gonna pull up we can pull up an article on the Quickie and read that for some nice laughs.
For everyone who doesn't know at home, the Quickie is the CWC.
Oh, don't worry. We'll explain all that.
Yeah.
You don't need to worry about explaining that to them right now. This is.
I don't want them to get the wrong idea.
Oh,
Whoever
okay.
may be listening now or in the future.
Okay, I get you. Well, I mean, if you don't know who the Quick is, you're gonna be in for a nice surprise. I was also thinking
you're gonna learn.
We're gonna learn. We're gonna learn together. It's gonna be a wonderful experience. We could talk about cursed things. Just find a random, like, if you have an extra topic, you could throw in. Oh, I was gonna say Quick. You feel?
I feel like Chris-Chan and cursed things go hand in hand, like orange juice and toothpaste, but in a coherent way.
I had a joke. Okay, so you know how in like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse they have like the mystery tool? Chris-Chan's like our mystery tool for this episode.
He certainly is a tool, but I don't know how mysterious he may be.
Oh, yeah, because he puts a lot of shit out there. Not really. None of his life is actually mysterious. That's the crazy part. How much we know about this man it's too much. Too much.
But it's also incredible how little a lot of people know about him.
Well, it's ancient internet history.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so we can talk about that. We can talk about so I had a weekend with the boys. And we I had some conversations with them that I thought could be deeply philosophical, very educational, and a little funny. So there's that on the table, bringing up philosophical conversations with the boys. Specifically,
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, Chiefus. I want to talk about Chris-Chan because you explained him and his existence, but I still want to know more.
okay.
My thirst for Christian Weston Chandler has not been quenched.
So the philosophy stuff could be a whole other stream in itself. So do you want to?
Probably.
Do you have any housekeeping things you want to get into before we start this stuff up? Like, how was your weekend? It's been a little bit since we did one of these. So.
Subway?
Oh, he's asking for Subway.
Yeah, my mom's asking me if I want Subway. Yes, Mom, Subway would be delightful.
Want to see Italian?
Yes, please.
Aiden's mom.
We sometimes get visits from the prison.
Yeah, sometimes they let us have visitors.
Our captains are cruel, but they're not
Inhumane.
evil.
They're not inhumane. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That'd be a Nazi war crime to not let a prisoner, see her
Not let
mom.
a man see his mom and have his mom offer him to have a Subway sandwich with a
Exactly.
flash drive full of hentai on it. Yeah.
So yeah,
All
no.
right.
Let's just
Do I have anything that I'm supposed to clean up?
clean up.
Yeah, like you said, housekeeping things.
Well,
I
housekeeping
don't-
things is in like anything, any topic, anything you want to get off your chest before we really get into the meat.
Not really. Let's talk about Chris-Chan. Start from the beginning, Ben, as the lore keeper of the cursed boy.
Okay, so who is Christian Weston Chandler? Who is this?
Start
man?
from the beginning.
Why?
Like you did when we were driving to pick up your sister from school back in the before times.
Well, I'm trying to think of I don't remember how I described him. The best way to describe him is, first off, he's a piece of ancient internet history from when the internet was young in like 2007, where 4chan was first getting its footing in the world. This man posted his strange little comic called Sonichu. Now,
go into the back. We're gonna alternate between things. I'm gonna talk about Sonichu now because I don't want this to be an entire episode of you just retelling me what you told me maybe 2 years ago.
okay, yeah, because I can't remember this.
I can pull up the quickie right now. Sonichu is a combination between Sonic and Pikachu, but is more Sonic than Pikachu. It's because, I don't know how old he was, but he had to do something relating to a project. So he's like,
Now,
teacher, can I do something relating to Pokemon? His teacher's like, no, Chris, you can't. He's like, what about Sonic? And his teacher is like, no, Chris, you can't. And so he decided, wait, I know what I'll do. I'll combine them. And he did into Sonichu, which has complex lore that's not meant to be understood. But
yeah. Here's the quickie, by the way. I have it pulled up now on the stream. People should be able to see it now. Oh, they can't. Why can't you see? Oh, hold on. Maybe it's just because the stream does delay a lot. So give it a second. Okay, yeah. There it is. It's displaying.
oh my
now.
god, there's so many things that are so recent, but also not.
So the reason now keep in mind, how old is Chris? He was born
well, it's
24th.
not Chris anymore. It's Christine.
Oh, we're getting way
Ahead of the timeline. I want to chunk up a part of the Chris-Chan saga up until the new Christina
yeah.
arc.
It's something. Oh, so okay, it says right here he's 38 years old now, and
Okay.
how people on 4chan found out about this guy was he posted this really cringy comic. Hold on, let me actually. like pull up a picture of Sonichu. So this is the comic that he made. Now, this was in 2007, so take 2020 minus 7. That's 13 years ago. And 13 minus 38 is like 25. The man was 25, roughly, when he was making this comic. Now, if you can see,
this is just a little boy.
This is the level of artistry we're talking about. No. He was, when he he came up with the idea for Sonichu when he was like in high school. So keep that in mind.
Okay.
And then this is a comic from 2001. He had to be, if he was born, he was 18. This is the level of his artistry at like 18 or something. Right?
Where have you put this? You're just looking at it?
I'm just looking at it. If you go to the stream, you can see what I'm talking about. There will be a bit of a delay, though, of like what's showing up on screen. Let me I can pull it in the Discord. Hold on.
All right. Also, fun fact, Sega knows about the existence of Chris-Chan, which is very scary to me, and the fact that he tried to change Sonic's arms back, which we will discuss later if we remember, because there was a whole debacle involving the reboot of Sonic, specifically Sonic Boom, where his arms aren't blue. And Chris is very upset by this, and he basically goes on a tangent all across the internet, raging and stomping that his arms aren't blue. And he's like, hey, boycott this game. Sonic Boom.
You're getting into so much deep lore. We have to start simple.
There is no like good place to start.
I know.
I just want to like talk about all the funny things, like the game zone and stuff. Oh my gosh.
There's such a shall we say girth of information.
There is. We might have to do a 2-parter on Chris-Chan. So Ben, please start from the beginning, and I will offer my thoughts and opinions because you're the Chris-Chan lore keeper down here in the jail.
Which beginning? Because, okay, tell you what. We'll start with the quickie.
Start from the bear.
Let's start with the quickie, like the introduction article.
Okay.
Christopher, Christine, Weston Chandler, Sonichu. Because he's gone through several name changes. Is a 38-year-old autistic, mentally ill individual, a former virgin with rage, and self-proclaimed deity. He is commonly referred to by his initials, Quick, by his nickname Chris-Chan, or simply the gender-neutral Chris. He looks like a cartoon version of Benjamin Franklin come to life. Some would consider Chris to be a celebrity, but he hasn't sold a multi-platinum album, nor has he been awarded with an Oscar. Instead, he is the creator of the infamous webcomic Sonichu, which ostensibly tells the story of an electric hedgehog Pokemon, Sonichu, and his sweetheart Rosichu, and their adventures with the chaotic combo. In practice, the webcomic really serves as wish fulfillment for Chris himself, allowing him to express his dissatisfaction with how the faculty at school and college didn't acknowledge what he saw as an exemplary academic performance when he graduated, along with his frustration over being unable to find a romantic partner. As such, the book serves as a fantasy in which he can redirect his anger toward the people who would impede him on his journey, casting them as villains and himself as a true Campbellian hero. I don't know what Campbellian means.
This is basically, long story short, this is some Scott Pilgrim nonsense. He's like made up in his mind. The man/woman is delusional with all kinds of...
We can do like a reading of it if you would like to pick up with the next paragraph. Do you have the quickie pulled up? I can share the article with you, and then we can take turns.
I don't want this like on my computer because it's like AIDS for my computer.
Is it?
So I don't want to like. Oh yeah, Chris-Chan. Like my computer is a clean slate of not autism, so I want to hold
It's
on.
fine. The quickie will not give you autism. Chris will give you autism if you
Maybe.
if you worship him, which
I don't want to.
Exactly. So
Everyone worships him in a kind of we hate him way.
it's
But we'll
yeah.
explain why. We're not a bunch of awful people because we hate Chris-Chan.
Trust
the man
us.
is a racist.
Trust
so
us.
That's valid.
Huh? He's what?
Yeah. Chris-Chan's a racist.
In part. In part.
No, maybe, I don't know, but we're gonna say that he's a complete racist and even a white supremacist, even if it is a lie, just so I can sleep at night, knowing that I haven't made fun of a man or / woman or whatever Chris-Chan is with severe autismo.
So, would you like me to continue reading the intro, or are we good? Do we have what we need?
Hold on. I guess we'll go paragraph by paragraph and just share with the class, I guess. Oh, shoot. I opened up too many Chrome tabs. Oh, Lord. You know when do you ever, like, hit the button, you're like, wow, I can't believe Chrome isn't opening. That just kind of
it just explodes in front of
with
you?
tabs. Yeah, that just happened to me.
While you're
Alright.
figuring that out, I would like
No, I got it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna talk about the ballista I was making.
Excuse me. Hold on. We can pause Chris-Chan for maybe a minute. As fast as you can, please describe.
Okay, so
Please.
I bought like a wooden model of a ballista from Hobby Lobby, and I have been assembling it, and it's pretty neato burrito, my guy. I know you were expecting something a little more cursed than that. I was building an actual ballista, but no. I watched a video by Lindy Beige about Roman legions, and ballistas were included. I was like, whoa, that's
Gotcha.
actually a really cool concept. If you ever look at them, I mean, it's like really neato burrito. So you got it pulled up, my friend?
Yeah. Yeah, alright.
So you can.
Where are we talking about? Because there's a lot here.
So, where do you see where it says in late 2007 he became internet famous?
Yeah, okay, I'll start reading.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. In late 2007, he became internet famous when images of him at a tabletop gaming store leaked out to the Something Awful message boards. Upon discovery, Chris was mocked for his odd fashion sense and oafish appearance, and images of Chris at the store soon spread to places like 4chan and Encyclopedia Dramatica, and in the process, many trolls became exposed to his first time, propelling Chris to stardom, which in and of itself kind of led to a rise and also downfall at the same time. But that's, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Initial fascination was spurred on by his childlike artwork, his signature homemade Sonichu medallion that he wore in public, and the history of loitering in public places while literally holding up a sign asking women to talk to him.
Yep.
Okay, I remember you briefly talking about this, but I
The
didn't think
Love
he
Quest,
literally
yeah.
got, like a picket fence sign.
It's see, I've talked about him before, and my folks have made fun of me for talking about this guy. But there's just something so fascinating about the inner machinations of his. You know that thing, Patrick. The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
Yeah.
He is an enigma.
Oh my! There's time errors with this guy.
There are time errors. Yep.
Okay, this kind of relates to my fascination with like Craigslist people. Because have you ever been on Craigslist and seen like some of the weirder advertisements?
No, I haven't.
Craigslist people are some of the funniest people to me because the deeper you go, the more like weird, obscure places you'll find. Like, there's an image of a guy and he's like, "Hello, please come to my train room and jerk off in my train room. You can crush and kick the little structures, but do not crush my trains. They are my babies. Also, we have imitation crab meat in freezer. You can have it. It's just as good as crab meat." And I don't know why, but this just fascinates me.
So wait, the Craigslist guy or Chris-Chan?
Just in a whole, I associate Chris-Chan with like weird Craigslist people to the point where it's just like,
I don't know if Train Jerkoff guy has anything on this though.
maybe, but I could put them in the same bucket because they're just like
Weird.
strange people that are real. It's like I'm gonna put them in the same bin as like modern cryptids, really.
They're internet cryptids. That's the thing.
That's what this episode should be named. Internet Cryptid.
I like that. I'm gonna when I put so I just put episode 1 because I didn't know if we'd be talking about Chris-Chan, but now we can. I think that's a good title. Internet Cryptids.
Chris-Chan and other cryptids. Yeah.
Well, I don't think we'll be getting to other internet cryptids today, but maybe another day. Maybe that should be part of our thing, like a section on our show. Internet Cryptids.
All right, we'll figure this out as we go along.
We're still figuring things out. This is like okay.
Everything is subject to change, basically. But,
okay.
Yeah.
So
Christian Weston Chandler.
I'm gonna pick up from where you left off because I have memory of
asking
a hawk.
women to talk to him, and then his
All
reaction to the ensuing mockery. Continue.
Oh, you want me to go with it?
Yeah, I want to see some disturbing facts about Chris because I'm scared.
And we can click on these links as well. There's a few ones like the man in the pickle suit. I want to go over specifically. His reaction to the ensuing mockery led to a cycle of Chris revealing more disturbing facts about himself, and trolls going to greater and greater lengths to uncover more knowledge about this strange individual. Thus, Chris's life began to spiral out of control with the advent of organized trolling, armchair psychological analysis from bewildered onlookers, and some truly bizarre antics from Chandler that continue to this day, influencing the development of the webcomic on the rare occasions that he actually updates it. Chris's most notable period of activity on the internet occurred between 2007 and 2010, a period now dubbed the Classic Era by modern Christorians, in which he was repeatedly baited by trolls pretending to be romantic interests, and he lashed out against his arch enemy, Clyde Cash, the leader of the most notable group of trolls in his life, the Miscreants. Keep in mind, by the way, that Chris thought at the time, and I think to a degree still thinks this, that there is a cabal of trolls on a worldwide network that are trying to destroy
Billy
him.
Mays is supposedly a part of this cabal.
God damn it. Yeah, they'll the man
It's not the real Billy Mays, mind you, but it's a oh my god.
This guy's the gullibility on this man would trump even mine. I'm a gullible guy. You can attest to this. I can be pretty gullible.
Not as gullible as Chris-Chan.
But not as gullible as to believe that Billy Mays, the man himself, is trolling me. Or that he actually got an email from, I believe, Shigeru Miyamoto about making a Sonichu game.
Oh,
he actually believed that he got an email from this guy. And
hello, Chris-Chan. It is me, Shigeru Miyamoto, and I want you to be a part of the development of the Sonichu game.
Never mind the fact that it's like there would be so many breaches in licensing that they'd have to do to combine. Like, I think, isn't Miyamoto like in charge of Nintendo? It's like,
I think so.
You'd have to because Chris's plot is just Sonic but Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's the advancement of his great genius. Which
also, before you continue on the great genius Chris-Chan / Miyamoto, let me tell you that Billy Mays' final statement to the quickie is, and I quote, "No victory, no defeat. The survivor will carry on the fight. It is our destiny." Which is a reference to Metal Gear Solid, but that's not important.
See, I didn't even know that, and I was thinking, oh wow, that's badass. Okay,
Oh my god, Metal Gear Solid is even a part of the Chris-Chan
saga. Oh, it's deep in there.
This is deep lore. This is like, you've heard of like the wacky.
The well is so deep. Like if we have this is a rat. Frederick Knudsen did it best when he did his Down the Rabbit Hole, and even he could not catch all of this. It's immense. It's too much. It's a hole that we will just keep falling down and falling down. Like this.
I want to know as much as I can about this now. The more I get down the rabbit hole.
Okay. Allow me to keep going. So the Miscreants. In this time, the Miscreants. So Clyde Cash, the leader of the most notable group of trolls in his life, the Miscreants. In this time, he was Chris, duped by a sadistic 13-year-old into stuffing his Sonichu medallion up his ass. He
also sent it to someone, and there's a video on YouTube destroying it. That's not important.
He had his identity stolen by a far more talented individual, and had Sonichu mercilessly spoofed by a webcomic team that specifically designed a story that would piss him off, among other misadventures. However, he eventually decided to sign off from the internet at the end of this period, seemingly wising up to his dang dirty trolls. But when he inevitably returned to the limelight a few months later in 2011, he was not the same. Chris had began to experiment with cross-dressing, calling himself a Tom girl, before eventually coming out as transgender in 2015 and beginning the process of transitioning.
5 years ago? I thought this was oh shoot, I almost fell on my chair. Sorry if I'm peeking the mic, everyone who's listening.
It's all good.
That just hit me in the head like a sack of bricks and Sonichu medallions. Like, I thought this was like a 2018 development, but 5 years ago?
Yep. He also cut open his dick, and there was and it got infected, and it was a very disgusting ordeal. Okay. Yeah. That was his idea of transitioning. Ugh. I don't know if there are probably pictures out there of this because Chris
I'm good. Continue on the article.
Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. I don't even want to know if there are pictures, you know? I don't want to see that. That's too much. Okay, so aside
Rhodes chew with the pickle. I forgot about that. Continue. I want to talk so much about Chris-Chan. We need another episode to talk about.
This is the problem. It's
this episode we'll talk about the main things. We'll talk about the basic storyline, and then afterwards we'll have a storyline that doesn't follow any real order, and we just talk about random things.
This is the problem. This is the problem with Chris. You can't. He's like an elephant, and you're like an ant, and you can't see the whole elephant, right? And so this episode, no matter, and I'm already feeling it like this. It's like if you were to set off gunpowder just in a pile, it doesn't go anywhere. When you try to throw yourself at this Leviathan, there's nothing you can do because it's just too huge. He's too huge.
Oh my god,
we're gonna have to.
Not have said, "Hey, let's talk about Chris-Chan," because
you should not have said that.
The entire podcast now.
Oh yeah. We can also go through. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pick one of these articles that I deem interesting enough.
All right. Before we
do that, I wanted.
Did we put down the basics?
Did we put down the basics?
Did we put down the basics of who Chris-Chan is?
Okay, he's.
Okay, hold on.
Major autist.
We've had miscreants. We've had stuffing of the medallion
up his ass.
Okay. I think that I got surprised because of the thing in 2015. Let's finish the rest of the article that ends that there's never been an internet personality quite like Chris-Chan, and then we can go into articles.
It goes like really far.
Okay.
So we might want to cut that short. I've got it. It's pretty much done. Oh, actually, there is something a little bit more.
Is it the dimensional merge?
Yes, the dimensional merge. I'm going to start right about here. Okay, so aside from these new developments, accidentally setting his house on fire, and an incident where he maced an employee at a GameStop store over the color of Sonic's arms, Chris's internet life stayed relatively normal by his standards. until a new set of trolls brainwashed him with increasingly insane beliefs, such as the idea that he is half Sonichu, which is why he has Sonichu in his name now, culminating in Chris's revelation that he is a goddess meant to bring about a convergence of dimensions that will merge the world shown in his comic into our world. Since then, Chris has used this delusion as a coping mechanism while he continues to avoid looking for employment or other ways to better himself. All the while, Chris's physical and mental health are withering away, and money is becoming a serious issue for the Chandler household, which has led Chris to retreat further into his fantasies, to the point where he now pretends to be possessed by various fictional characters on a regular basis, with one period of possession by the character of Sonichu lasting over half a year. There has never been an internet personality quite like Chris-Chan, and it is the dedicated mission of this very wiki to chronicle his life in ridiculous detail. If you want to go down the rabbit hole with us, then you should probably start by reading this page. Buckle up, because this is going to be a long ride. Whew! I did do most of the reading on that one. I apologize.
There's so many things I want to talk about him, but they're all just nonsensical.
Would you like to get into... this is the stuff that interests me. Do you want to get into the most recent friggin' Dimensional Merge stuff?
There's more recent things about the merge?
Oh, yeah. So he claims that the coronavirus and the California wildfires and the Australian bushfire are all elements of the Dimensional Merge coming together.
Please tell me how.
I don't know. Hey, this is crazy people talk. I don't know how. It just is.
Okay.
It just is.
Okay.
Again, so ladies and gentlemen, me and Aiden, I don't know if you could tell, but we're pretty deep in the internet. You know? We're plugged into the system.
We've basically, taken the yellow... We've taken the yellow Chris-Chan pill, and we're seeing how deep the rabbit hole goes, and good lord, it goes pretty deep.
I wouldn't say it's that. I would say that we're just denizens of the internet. We're trying to show off part of our culture, part of our history, to the world.
Oh my lord, there's so many. We haven't even scratched the surface.
We haven't scratched the surface, that's true.
And this is what we do in our free time.
Alright, so, where would you like to start? You would have been intrigued by Mary Lee Walsh. Oh, you want to talk? Okay, I'm going to let you talk.
What were you going to talk? No, you start, because you were talking about something.
Oh, I was saying that you had taken a particular interest in Mary Lee Walsh. Would you like to...
How did you know? I looked at the page and I was like, wait, this is the teen, and they fought, and she was the Hitler figure. Yeah, we need to talk about her, because she's a big part of the story.
Let me...
Also, be careful. I don't think you should look directly at the page, because there might be some stuff that will get you in trouble on the Girth.
I'm too small for YouTube to know this.
No, still, I'd be careful, my friend.
Oh, yeah, okay, so...
No, definitely, don't scroll down too fast. Okay,
so this is Mary Lee Walsh. Now, some big backstory. When people were first researching Chris and his comic, there was this character in there. Her name is Mary Lee Walsh, and people were like, wow, that's really weird. Turns out, Mary Lee Walsh is a real person. She was the dean of, former dean of student affairs at Piedmont, Virginia Community College. And she thwarted Chris's love quest. Chris's love quest, oh god, it's so deep. Chris's love quest is his attempt to get a woman. So let's actually go to the love quest article to get a better idea of that.
Yeah.
This is a really long one. This is really, really long. Pretty much. Oh god, yeah. Never mind. We're not going to that article. The love quest.
Free.
Oh, yeah. She has to be. Is his attempt to find a boyfriend-free girl. It's him. Since he can't socialize at all, like
Because he's a spurg.
Yeah, because he's a spurg. He decided the best way to attract a woman was to just take a sign, says I want a woman, and just stand in random places and slap signs everywhere and tape them to walls and things like that. Now, to someone who isn't trying to understand someone's frame of mind.
Basically, it's like the SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob was making picket signs. That was basically what Chris was doing. It was just like, yes, give me woman, yes.
Yes.
I picture him holding the sign up and down and just, Krusty
Krab is unfair. Krusty Krab is unfair.
Funny college unfair. Mary Walsh is in there.
Yeah. So, to someone who's not, like, understanding his mindset, it's like, oh, he's soliciting sex. He's, sorry to say the naughty S word, YouTube, but that's the truth.
It's fine. As long as we don't, like, show anything wacky on screen, we should be fine.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry to be talking so much, but...
No, it's fine. I'm looking at Craigslist on the background, so don't worry about it.
Okay, so then now, once I'm done with my spiel, you're going to have to pull up Craigslist. I'm going to have to listen to you talk about your thing.
Okay, I will.
So yeah, but it's just, I've been researching this for a little while longer than Aiden has, but he's like
Definitely.
my pupil. He's like my student in this.
It's like the Mickey Mouse comic of the Sorcerer's Apprentice, except instead of water going everywhere, it's just Chris-Chan lore being printed out of a printer.
Mm-hmm.
There's too much.
Yeah, Mary Lee Walsh, real person, put her real name in the comic as
Just
a
straight
villain.
up.
Yeah, and the thing is, Chris is very deluded. He doesn't understand that.
Oh, yo, the prison. The subway here.
What?
Continue.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Mom. The prison guards let me have prison mustard. Not prison mustard, honey mustard. This is different.
Prison mustard. What's prison mustard, Aiden?
I almost dropped my sandwich, but we're good.
Okay, we're good. Rockin'.
Yeah, I almost dropped it onto the cold concrete floor, but I didn't. So please, I will try and keep the mouth sounds to a minimum as you talk about Mary Lee Walsh.
Mm-hmm. So, Chris doesn't understand that, what he's doing is weird. From his perspective, people who don't like his attraction signs and his attempts at finding true love are they're just jerks. They are people who have no sympathy for him and just hate him and are conspiring against him. And so Mary Lee Walsh was the first example of this. Now, many years later, he began to retcon her name to Slaweel Ryan, implying that the character was not related to the real Mary. For several months, Chris made conciliatory gestures, including sending a drawing to her house, but her only response was a legal summons. Since then, Chris has accepted
a legal summons.
has accepted that Walsh will never be able to truly earn his forgiveness. Because that's another thing. He believes that people have to earn his forgiveness, not the other way around. Again, so much deep shit there. So, yeah.
Ben, you're not going to believe this, but I think I found another person I could classify as a Christian.
No.
Just because of the forums on Craigslist. But we'll get to that later, please. Continue talking about Mary.
No. So, pretty much, I'm trying to summarize really quick here. So Chris, he claims essentially that while he was trying to, here's the thing up at the top here that's very interesting. She's a member of Virginia Sexual and Domestic Violence Action Alliance. She has also written a book about coping with college life. and she doesn't attack. Oh, she does not advocate attacking one's superiors with magical curses, which we will. You may want to hear about the thing that happened. So she pretty much according to Chris, ripped up his attraction sign, threw it away, and said, "You will never find love." Oh yeah. What is it? Walsh tore down his sign and told him that he would never get a girlfriend this way, or indeed at all. And it's like, whoa, evil. It should be noted that, judging by her email exchanges with Chris, Walsh was anything but hostile towards Chris, and quite the opposite. Walsh was entirely reasonable, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh God, what do I even read from? Oh no, that's bad. That's bad. No. Oh God, I wish I had a way to censor this. I can't go further. It's literally impossible.
I guess I'll talk about this like little gem of the internet that I really want to say.
Put that in the Discord. I want to pull it up.
I'll send you the two. This one is from a man on the gaming forum of Craigslist by the user by the name, and I quote, Cock Wizard.
Cock Wizard.
Yeah, the first one is pretty harmless. Does anyone have trouble shitting after gaming? Which is, I guess, a normal quote. And then he slapped in his Discord server for some reason. So I guess this is just one big bait, which is interesting. And then it's him on a rant about how he's done with trying to blend in with Discord servers, which is like 0 to 100 very quick. I kind of want to join the Discord just to see what's up.
What the fuck?
All right, we're gonna do a deep dive search and rescue mission. Homeboy, Sea Wizard. All right, little man, I'm gonna see what's up with you.
Yeah. Oh God. How else?
This is our search and rescue mission. We're gonna find this.
So yeah, probably what you just saw down there, the thing that I wish I could have censored. Chris has a history of drawing very NSFW things for no reason. It's very childish art style, which I'm like, no, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad. That's not good. I can't go anywhere. This is, yeah, maybe again, this is a very bad idea.
No, the invite is expired. I can't save my homeboy Sea Wizard. All right, back to Craigslist, I guess.
Okay. So, Mary Walsh, yeah, her whole shtick was, you can't do that here. You can't.
You can't be a creep, Chris. And he's like,
yeah.
I want to be a creep. I want to get women the easy way.
Yes. And then like when he was summoned to her office, I remember this sort of encounter where he essentially he yelled at her and said how mean and evil she was, and then shot a Kamehameha at her. Now, a Kamehameha, for those of you who are unaware, Chris believes that he can shoot, much like a Kamehameha, he can shoot a Kamehameha, which endows the recipient with immense bad luck. He uses this in the comics once against a mentioned jerk-op, where he, when he shoots the thing at the Kamehameha at him, his wife calls him up and says, I've divorced you.
Just instantly. You don't need to go to a judge.
No judge.
The receiving end of the Kamehameha. Quite literally, an anvil will fall out of a plane and crush you like Looney Tunes.
I can't even change the size. Hold on, maybe I can actually.
Just
Oh,
scroll by.
wait.
I'm gonna go get a drink. Talk to the viewers about the intricacies of Chris-Chan. I'll be as fast as I can because I need an Arnold Palmer. So we'll explain we'll explain people lore in a later episode. Maybe, who knows?
Hold up. I've got this. Yes. Actually, you know what I can do? So screw changing up like.
Also, to the people listening, we have mini fridges in here. I'm not leaving the prison to get Arnold Palmer. Haha, yeah.
He has a mini fridge in his cell. He's a dickhead. Screw you. You sucked so much dong to get that. Okay. It's so hard. I want to be able to describe this so quickly, and yet it's impossible. There's so much. So yeah, pretty much the thing with Bailey Walsh is, as I have stated, she is hit the big evil bad guy, and she is just there to stop him from his love quest. And that's it. That's that. God, I'm so sorry to everyone, by the way, that this is just a ramble. I was trying to be really funny here. I feel like, God, it's just this. It's just so strange.
No.
It's just so strange. I don't think we have.
All right, prison mate, where are we?
I'm saying that I feel like this is a topic we can't really, with our format, we can't really make it that funny, though. You know?
I mean, are we trying to make it fun, or are we trying to inform people about this man?
I mean, yeah. But
I mean, it's kind of like the situation of I can't find it funny again because I've already heard about it. But to the people who haven't, it's probably like, oh my gosh, this is like, people are probably like puking out their ears learning about this guy, Christian Weston Chandler.
Let's go for the one attraction signs, so that in the future.
No. I want to talk about.
Oh, what do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about what's this guy's name? Where is he?
Is it Liquid Chris or? Oh no! You want to actually talk about what, Cock Wizard?
No, I found him. He was here somewhere.
How do you
I
navigate?
forget what his name is. I think he is like Liquid Chris, but his name escapes me. He's like Cash something.
Clyde Cash?
Clyde Cash, yes. I want to talk about him.
You want to talk about him?
Is he Liquid Chris, or is he
no?
just another
Liquid Chris is another individual. The Liquid Chris saga is something else. So let's pull up. Let's both, because let's do like a professional reading as what the like rogue internet man and Dylan Thomas, all those guys would do.
Clyde Cash is like the is basically the solidest snake of the miscreants, I guess.
He is the biggest, baddest evil guy.
Yeah, he's the main bad guy in Metal Gear Solid that crashes a plane in the Twin Towers, but they censored that, so you don't see that in the game. We can talk about that later.
Wait,
that
what?
actually happened.
Wait, what?
Originally, when Metal Gear Solid 2, was released, there was a scene where they have this big airship crash into like the Twin Towers in New York back before this actually happened, and then the terror attack happened. They're like, "Oh shoot, we can't have this." So there's a scene where you're fighting Solidus in a plane. I think, I'm not too sure. I've never played the game, but I really like it. Bam, and then plane crashes. You don't see how, and it just cuts to them fighting on top of like a destroyed building, and there's never any explanation until now.
You know what's weird? There is like a a girth of media that had like crashing scenes with planes that they cut in 2001 because of the terrorist attacks. Like Lilo and Stitch, they had a scene where like the big like spaceship crashes in the city in like some buildings, but they like the terrorist attacks happened and they had to last minute change that shit. It's like, how many people at the same time were trying to do the whole crashing into buildings thing, and it just
I don't
effed them
know.
over.
I guess it was just on the brain in 2000.
People just knew it was gonna happen. So, what's the article you're on? Let's pull it up.
I'm on Clyde Cash and how he fits into the Sonichu lore. But first, we have to learn who he is.
Can you? All right, so start.
Clyde Cash, alias Greg Mays, that's Greg with 3 G's, born July 4th, 1976, is the ringleader of the miscreants and is often considered to be Chris's arch nemesis, even years after his trolling days were finished. In Chris's revised Encyclopedia Dramatica page, Clyde is referred to as a Starscream troll. This is a reference to the Transformers character Starscream, who would often switch sides or plot to overthrow Megatron behind the scenes. Chris says this because he believes Clyde allegedly killed Blue Spike. That's a Sonichu character, isn't it? Yeah, no.
Hold on. Why the heck? I'm trying to pull up. Oh shoot. Oh shoot.
Oh, okay.
What? No. No, please. No, please.
Okay, so Blue Spike is also one of the people that catfished Chris-Chan.
I fixed the stream, by the way. Now we can actually see. Can you scout ahead, see if there's anything
on the
this is NSFW? Yeah.
Only at the bottom, but it's only on the fan art, and it's not really that bad. You're fine. I'm the You're the not safe for work scout. You keep reading because you haven't been saying a whole lot. Are you okay? Okay. I just don't drink things sideways. I'm good.
Why are you drinking things sideways?
Because I don't want it. Hold on. Sorry to everyone that had to hear that. I'm okay.
Can I mention that we've been doing this shit for an hour?
What?
Yeah.
Already? This is going to be an hour and 30-minute episode, ladies and gents.
No, because we got to get to something way funnier after this.
Okay, so what is this? A standard hour, 20 minutes? The time is?
I don't know if we want to make it a standard thing. I think we can just, throw it around.
All right.
Yeah, you can keep going. All
right. Clyde allegedly killed Blue Spike, which is another article in and of itself relating to Chris and how he got trolled being catfished by some kid. That was the person that told Chris to shove the thing up himself. Yeah.
What? All right. What
anyway.
Inspires someone to believe this? To just be like, okay, I'm going to shove this up my butt.
Well, Chris-Chan, you got to remember, as well...
He's not... But at this time, he was, he was definitively saying he wasn't gay. And if I remember from the story, he was given a choice between, I don't know, what was it? Killing off one... I think it was, killing off one of his characters. Because I think Blue Spike had gotten access to, his PSN account. And PSN is, PlayStation is all there is to Chris, right? Or his video games. I can
understand that, because I like to play the PlayStation.
And, so Blue Spike was holding that hostage. And then he said, you have a choice. Either you shove the medallion up your ass, or you kill off a character in your comic. And he was, surprisingly, just ready to go. for shove the medallion up my ass.
Well, I guess that kind of explains things later down the road.
I guess. So Ryan, let's go to there.
Ryan, Clyde's brother. Ryan. Alright, hold on. Before there, ironically, despite Chris's constant demonizing of him, Clyde has warned him about several things that would later return to bite him in the ass, such as his unwillingness to work, spending habits, delusional thoughts, and poor treatment of women, and even predicted Chris's innate desire to dress like.
That's something too. Like, a lot of trolls will be doing like this ironic shit to try and save him, and it never works.
Some people cannot be saved.
Some people can't.
It's like what's his face says in the one episode of Star Trek. The storm will not stop for food or whatever. You know what he says. I'll find it. Basically, he's like a bunch of Klingon boys, which are just space orcs, stay outside during this big storm, and they're like, "Don't worry, we'll be protected by our space orc god," and then we'll get killed by the storm.
Oh,
that's how it goes, man.
Yeah, but
it's a very un-Klingon story, but who cares?
I want the.
There we
Klingon
go.
story.
Hold on.
What?
I can read out the story.
Oh, hold on. What?
The story. If I could find
oh,
the story
this is the
This is the
cock
K-list.
wizard. Hold on.
Oh,
let me finish that. Because I only saw the first half of that. I'm tired of trying to fit into Discord servers. If I'm myself, I'm hated on. If I try to suppress how I am, I feel shitty and it doesn't last. I'm too sensitive. I'm too serious. I play too much. I'm too vulgar. I'm always too much of something. But I DK what to do about it. I'm human. They're human. How do I stop being myself? They as themselves are shitty jokers. Their humor is not like mine. What they find funny, I find annoying. But if I say something, I'm being too serious. If I don't say anything, I feel shitty. I'm stuck with the uncomfortable shit. If I don't speak on what I dislike, then how many times will I have to deal with it in the future? You'd think staff would see something is upsetting someone and ask the others to stop instead of joining in on it. Like all they have to do is pretend they give a fuck. It may be nothing to them, but it's nothing to others. And I'm not the only one who gets annoyed by shit like that. I've seen staff threaten to mute people when they were on the receiving end. I've seen other members say shit. I don't know how you find this. Like, this seems like a clusterfuck to navigate.
I don't know, man. This is just like Chris-Chan, less funny and just kind of sad.
Yeah. While I'm waiting for you to pull up the Klingon stuff. How do I?
I got it. I got the story. Basically, Storm is heading for a Klingon city. Everyone hides inside except this one dingus who sits outside waving his dreadlocks around. He's like, I'm not gonna hide inside the funny walls. I will stand before the wind and make it respect me. And then he died because, and I quote, the wind does not respect him.
Yeah. The wind did not respect him. Can I actually, what did I want to lead with? Bro, so the gays are pretty smart.
What?
You ever notice that, like, ancient Greece was really smart, but they were super gay?
They're just bromosexual.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, it's like, and then we're, like, really well off and pretty smart, and then it's like, we've got a lot of gays around.
I don't know where this is
Coincidence?
going.
I think not.
I just think that the gays are all just homies with each other. Now it's like, oh, these are two dudes being friends. They can't just be friends. They gotta be lovers, and that's what happened. But you know who's actually gay? The Romans. The Romans are gay.
How are the Romans gay?
Because I hate the Romans.
Why do you hate the Romans?
Because I liked Greek culture a lot and all the things they did. And then the Romans came along, kicked over the really sandcastle, and made one out of fecal matter. Because all their stuff was like, oh, hey, what if we steal Greek religion and make that lame? What happens if we steal Greek theater and make that lame? What? They just took everything about the Greek culture, made it lame. It's like, yep, this is our stuff. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, ancient Rome is really cool. SPQR, yeah. No, Rome is lame. I don't care about the Holy Roman Empire or, I don't know. It's one big rabbit hole that I'm not going to go into.
I don't know. I feel like this is because we're shit at explaining Chris. I feel like this is something we can work with.
Because then we'll go off topic, and then we're not talking about Chris anymore. How about we just hit random? Because that's interesting.
Fuck.
Jackie,
you know what?
Email 19.
You know what would be really funny? Let's just say fuck this to Clyde Clash. Fuck you, Clyde. Let's go to Man in the Pickle Suit.
The man, excuse me?
The Man in the Pickle Suit. You not know this?
I know that he doesn't like
pickles. Okay, the Man in the Pickle Suit, now referred to as Marvin, and sometimes referred to as the Black Man in the Pickle Suit, was the arch nemesis of Chris, whom he used to blame whenever he was tricked or conned. In 2009, the role of the Man in the Pickle Suit was adopted by Marvin, who is often referred to as the Jew in the Pickle Suit.
What? Hold on, send me this link. I want to read this.
Okay. You're gonna have you read some parts. We're getting back on track. We're getting to the funny. Also, I would like to do another, because this one has been a minor bust in my opinion, just because it's like I feel like we haven't had the funnies.
Oh, there he is. That's a Man in a Pickle Suit. Okay.
This is where
we don't have to find it funny as long as the people listening to it are like entertained. It's not like everything has to be funny constantly. It's just you got to be entertained, and I think this is definitely entertaining.
By the way, when do you want to do our next stream?
We can discuss that later. I want to read about the Man in the Pickle Suit.
All right, read about the Man in the Pickle Suit. So I'm gonna read like the first bit of it, and then I'll tell you when you should read. The character was first created on September 11th. 2008 by a troll posing as Blanca, who is one of his many sweethearts. Using a fake MySpace page, they claimed that Blanca was in fact a black transvestite in a pickle costume. This led Chris to believing that the pictured Man in the Pickle Suit was in fact a real person. Because the persona was entirely fictional, the character quickly became anonymized by trolls, with people operating under the name at once, or with multiple people operating under the name. Even though Chris turns basically everyone that annoys him into a villain in his comic, the Man in the Pickle Suit has surprisingly been spared. The closest he got to featuring as an enemy was when Cly fought Chris using a pickle gun. Can you pick up this quote here?
Sure. Where are we?
We're just under Origin. There's a quote here.
Origin. I don't know who that guy is, and I don't think I would kill. I can't read. I don't think I would read. I'm sorry, listeners.
We gotta get his.
I don't know who that guy is, and I don't think I really would care too much.
I don't. You gotta get like Chris's voice. I don't. Now listen, y'all. I don't really know who that guy is, and I don't think I really would care to know.
And then just like a at the end of the sentence.
Continue.
If I can actually read. Midway through August 2008, a troll on Encyclopedia Dramatica by the name of Lord Silly Nipples created a profile posing Blanca under the name Kawaii Kitsune 123. The troll successfully tricked Chris into believing he was speaking to the real Blanca and solicited. Okay.
Continue. Read that out loud. Read it out loud. Read it for the class.
Teacher, can I go home?
No, you can't, motherfucker. Read the shit. Read that shit.
Solicited nudes of him wearing his mother's bra and underwear. On 11 September 2008, the troll revealed himself, leaking Chris's nudes on the Encyclopedia Dramatica and taunted Chris by stating they were a black pickle-suited transvestite.
It's like, what in your life? Okay, this is the real funny. This is the real thing. How in the hell do you convince someone to wear their mother's underwear and take nudes of themselves? Like, what the hell? This is why he's so interesting. People, I sound like a crazy person, but that's only because I'm dealing with monumental amounts of crazy right in front of my face that I cannot explain, I can't understand, and I want to understand.
Chris-Chan is the real living example of the SCP Foundation. He would be there.
He would be an SCP. He is an SCP.
He is an anomaly. Maybe somebody would even say a crime against humanity, but still, excellent. It's great.
So, this part up here, this paragraph right here that I'm highlighting is completely unimportant. The one that I really wanted to get to, the real incident with the man in the pickle suit. On 15th of March, 2009, Marvin accompanied Robert V. Simmons V, to visit Christian's church. 4 days later, he rescued Emily from a horrific first date with Chris IRL. Hold on,
Continue.
Whilst Emily and Chris were chatting it up and walking around the mall, Marvin emerged from the shadows dressed in a pickle suit and began flirting with Emily. He ultimately won her over, stealing her from Chris, who stood dumbfounded, unable to cope with the defeat he had just suffered.
This also contributes to his hatred of pickles.
Here. I don't know.
Gosh.
I don't know
We
if
should
you
just,
quite.
we should just read Chris-Chan comics because it's. Oh my god, this is brilliant. That salad was great. What's wrong, sweetheart? I hate pickles. And then the
What did you
Aqua
click
Teen
on?
Hunger Force is there.
Oh yeah, I think someone mentioned the Aqua Teen Hunger Force is in his comic.
Are they canon in the Sonichu lore?
Here's the thing. According to Chris-Chan, every character is canon.
But no, he said that Billy Mays wasn't canon in his comics.
No, Billy Mays, as a fictional character, is canon. Like, if you have a Billy Mays OC, he is canon. Hold on, wait.
But Billy Mays is not canon in...
He's... Only his version of reality is allowed. By the way, this is the art that... This is the level of his artwork. What the hell?
Billy... Okay, we're arguing what little I know about Sonichu lore. I
No,
looked it up.
no.
Billy Mays is not a part of the lore because he said it's not canon.
Oh, no. So, excuse me. I'm talking about the dimensional merge now.
Okay.
So, I want to actually explain this because I like, actually, this as a strange... Like, when you have these strange people on the internet and they have, like, this... like heaven that they're working towards, I like to twist it into this dystopia. So Chris's version of reality is that our dimension and his dimension of fictional characters from every walk of like fictiondom will merge together, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about that is Chris claims to be a goddess of both universes, and everything is under his iron fist, or iron dick if you want to go, I don't know, whichever.
I mean,
way.
not anymore, technically.
Actually, no, I think he still has it. It's just horribly infected.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Carry on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know where else to go from there. It's just let's actually pull up the dimensional merge. So yeah, let me read this out.
Enlighten us.
The dimensional
great.
merge is an escapist fantasy and coping mechanism for Chris. Hold on,
Wait, it's a coping mechanism?
I mean, according to the people here. Hold on. Let me... why can't I... switch? I want to switch to the... God dang it. Why can't I switch to my... I'm having a problem again. Where I can't switch to my... what is it? Window. The window of my thing. The window. The window of the window. But. Give me a second. Give me a second. Ah, there we go. Fixed it. Again. Alright, back to it. So, it's an escapist fantasy and coping mechanism for Chris. Originally part of the lore the Idea Guys had brainwashed into Chris. I'm not very familiar with the Idea Guys, but I've kind of got an idea of what they're about.
Explain.
I think there are a bunch of people who have tried to convince a bunch of stupid shit into Chris.
Very easy, of course.
Very easy, of course. So, Chris maintained the belief in it in the hopes that it will rescue him from his self-inflicted life problems and enable him to continue living like a child. The merge is an event which Chris believes that Dimension 1218 and Dimension C197, respectively the universes of real life and the parallel universe where Sonichu and other fictional characters live, will combine, bringing fictional characters into reality. Chris is convinced that he is the designated liaison of the event and will become a deity as a result, giving the appearance of a doomsday cult leader. First announced on October 2018, the dimensional merge's beginnings on... Oh, wait. What? Never mind. I reread it. Oh. To align with the Jonestown mass suicide. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's the... he did not... I guess, like, if you're planning, like, the date for your dimensional merge event, like, if it just happens to be on the same day, I guess. If Chris didn't know that, I guess it's okay. But the fact that... Because this was an intentional thing by the trolls to get him to believe that. So it's like, So, yeah, 2 years ago, that's when it was supposed to happen. It did not happen.
It will never happen, but don't tell Chris/Christina that.
Yeah. It's... I don't know. I kind of want it to happen in
Chris
2020.
Has a half-brother?
Oh, he does, and his half-brother is actually sane, to my knowledge.
Oh.
Yeah. So, trolls had put the idea of dimensional merge into Chris's head, and have encouraged it ever since. A Teen Troon Squad, which is essentially his fan club, member claimed that the idea to have originated with the Idea Guys, but added, "We discouraged the idea at first," implying that they later began encouraged Chris to believe. Began to encourage? I don't know. In the months since then, several weens, I don't know what that means, have also pretended to believe in the merge, enabling Chris and trying to win him over. As the default latching on point for trolls and the dominant meta saga in Chris's life, at present, the dimensional merge has replaced the classic love quest after his surreal conclusion in early 2018. So, background. Chris has, for a long time, believed in the existence of an alternate dimension where every fictional character lives. Even before the dimensional merge saga, Chris believed that the fictitious city of Quickville and his characters were real, embracing their alleged existence as a way to escape from anything he does not like. Chris has been spotted conversing, interacting, and even dancing with his imaginary friends on many occasions. Throughout 2017, Chris appeared convinced by the idea guys that the Sonichu and hyperdimensional Neptunia universes, I don't even know what that is, actually existed, but in a separate dimension. In July 2018, Chris tweeted at Marvel writer Seanan McGuire, oh yeah, asking him to confirm the dimension number of this Earth. McGuire responded with Earth 1218 and later clarified that this was the Marvel Universe's designation for the real universe. Chris took it as gospel and subsequently uses 1218 to refer to the actual existing universe. Weeks later, McGuire had regretted what he had unleashed upon the world. And he said, nope, everything's imaginary. But Chris responded to McGuire and various trolls and said, nope, I believe this. This is real.
You've opened this can of worms.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta...
So quick thing on the financial crisis. Chris believes that in this in this other dimension, he is like insanely rich. It does not, as the end of this paragraph says, not realizing that this sounds a lot like the autistic version of the Nigerian prince scam. So pretty much he's like, oh yeah, this dimensional merge is gonna save all of my debt problems. We're gonna be fine.
So hold on a sec. The dimensional merge is basically like cartoon realm and real realm. Every fictitious thing coming to be in the real world.
It's like every little kid's dream, which is what Chris is.
Okay.
He's saying that parts of this is what's so kooky to me, and things that I kind of would want to see like an actual spin-off series on, like parts of, I think, what was it, was it Texas would be replaced by the My Little Pony country of Equestria. New York will be replaced by Gotham. Parts of Virginia will be replaced by Quickville, which, if you've noticed by now, is his initials, and then Ville. He named a place, a town, city, and slightly independent nation after himself.
Slightly independent nation.
Yeah, apparently Quickville is an independent nation. Lisa Simpson is president in this other dimension. I don't know if that's the case right now, because we just had an election. Maybe our elections aren't synced up.
Fun fact, Chris-Chan was voting for Lisa.
He was voting for Lisa Simpson, that being...
yes, confirmed.
Hillary Clinton.
Chris-Chan is a Simpson-crat.
Oh yeah, he is a big fan of The Simpsons, not Clinton. Maybe Clinton, I don't know. I don't give a shit.
Clinton was in The Simpsons.
Yeah, so the thing was, he got really pissed that Trump won. I don't think necessarily because he hates Trump, though he does hate Trump, but because Clinton didn't win, the dimensional merge synchronism of having a female president at the time was broken. So it's like...
So wait, everything has to synchronize for the merge to work. It won't just, like, happen?
Well, it's not that they have to happen, but... Yeah.
Okay.
It was going to happen. So, we've got all this stuff right here where it's like, oh, hey, Magi-chan, which is one of the characters in his comic, is like, has been communicating between the dimensions and now is trying to say, hey, I am the god, I'm the god of this place, and I am going to bring this together. And then it didn't happen. So here is some art here depicting Chris, and this is actually a pretty good rendition of him. I can prove the merge is in fact real. There, now I'm Sonichu inside Malma's body. Now I may not be able to prove it, but you can't not prove it, and that's good enough for me. So naturally, New Year's Eve of 2019 was an eagerly awaited moment as the final chance for the cataclysm to occur. In the early morning hours of the 1st of January 2019, Chris spoke out on Twitter in a New Year's address, explaining that the merge had not happened on time due to red tape, betraying some internal bureaucracy in the process of becoming the trainee goddess of 80s computers. He remained insistent that the event would still occur, adding in reassurances that the Sonichuverse was still awake to remind everyone that of the Magi-Chan doxing's non-canon status. Yeah, pretty much he says.
All right, Ben, how long have we been doing?
We got an hour and 38 minutes.
Okay, we should not. I'm.
Do you regret putting me on this?
I regret saying, "Hey, yeah, let's talk about Chris-Chan," because if this is the first official episode, then people are in for an interesting episode because this is a nightmare.
This is a nightmare to get through. Honestly, we should we need to make this up to people. I think next time we should just do.
Yeah, we need to do something that's not Chris-Chan because I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight because I'll be watching Chris-Chan lore vids.
Yo, wait, hold on a second. This is gonna fuck with you. The hashtag dimensional merge is still happening and going on. OCs are really becoming more obvious here. There are even a few sightings of a Dio, blonde vampire in Egypt. Descendants beware.
Wait.
Dio is coming after you all.
Chris-Chan knows about JoJo.
He does know about JoJo. He knows about a lot of things.
That's frightening to me.
But
I don't know why.
Yeah, Dio was seen in Egypt, Aiden, for real. Dio in real life.
I just think of it as it's like the kid, but he's got like the Dio hair edited onto him. Like, Dio in real life, and he's like, Shanae, and he punches through Kakyoin, but it's still got like a plate of spaghetti in his hand. So he's got one hole through the funny green cherry boy, one hand on his plate of spaghetti.
So other things, in April, he claimed that people in Japan were seeing their OCs. He blamed the Notre Dame church fire on a Pokemon.
Of course. Yeah.
He also, I think, believes that I believe this statement is saying that Pokemon Go is evidence of the dimensional merge. On April 2nd,
I guess you could say that.
You know, he was sued for debt for the 4th time, further confirming the link between the merge and his financial problems. On April the 3rd, a new troll entered the stage with future message from Crystal W. Chandler, his fake daughter, who presented himself to Chris as a messenger of the merge. Oh my. Okay, so Chris is emphasizing in the summer of 2019 that the merge is pretty much nearly done. Yeah, of course, still not happening. As of July 2019, his divine abilities through hashtag psychic powers, a pair of videos in which Chris drops items from his hand by the idiot. What? The fuck is the idiomotor? The idiomotor phenomenon is a psychological phenomenon wherein a subject makes motions unconsciously, also called idiomotor response. The phrase is most commonly used in reference to the process whereby a thought or mental image brings about a seemingly reflexive or automatic muscular reaction.
I think my energy was poison, Ben, so we might have to.
Are you done? Are you dead?
I've
been reading for this for you
because I'm gonna have to talk about something I'm very passionate about. By passionate,
all right, we're gonna close out of the quickie and we're gonna go into, I guess, part 2. Let's put on something some quiet music. By the way,
we should have like some just quiet.
we should have had it been going for a while, but I'm gonna put on Bustin'.
All right, just a little bit.
A little bit, very quiet. Oh, hold on. Let me skip this.
Ray Parker Jr. Here we go with Ghostbusters.
All right.
Well, this was.
So, what were you gonna go through? Because we have pretty much given our people the middle finger.
On accident.
On accident, exactly.
I feel bad. This was not a good episode. There was also a great episode because I'm going to listen to this
Because
probably.
Cock Wizard.
Yes.
I think this adventure was all worth it because we found Cock Wizard, and that's all that we needed.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it was all about. It was always about. Is because we found friends along the way. We found friends along the way. We became closer, and yeah, we did a shit job of explaining a deep.
Christian and
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, he's not our friend. Fuck that guy.
We became closer to him in an understanding.
We became closer to each other. We got closer to Cock Wizard, as a very good friend of ours. Cock Wizard, if you're out there in the world, we love you.
And you're listening to this. Don't come to Michigan. We'll kick your ass. Not really. Don't take that at face value.
We're not gonna kick your ass. We love you. We love you, Cock Wizard.
Yes. We really.
You can wizard my cock any day, Cock Wizard.
All right. I think with that, that's where.
No, we can't end it here. We gotta give the people some funnies.
We can't.
Give them something. Give the people something. You had a topic you wanted to talk about, unless you want to really save it.
The episode's already like many minutes longer than
Dude, this could be as long as you want it.
I have to talk about something I'm passionate about in the next episode. I'm passionate about something I can talk about and explain because Chris-Chan is just too vast of a subject.
Yeah, we tried to tackle him.
A podcast in and of itself.
We tried to tackle him today. I think we're coming up on 2 hours.
2 hours of assorted.
We're coming up on an hour. We're on an hour and 45 minutes of us trying to explain this creature to the rest of you. I hope that this fucking retardation that we have put ourselves through has inspired you to look into Chris-Chan on your own so that we don't have to ever revisit. Before I was like, oh yeah, Chris-Chan, he's such an interesting character. Now I'm like, fuck you, I never want to come back to this topic ever again. This was boring, this was stupid, I hate it.
I cannot wait to crank up the volume on my phone and plug in my headset and listen.
There's not, Aiden, you're not gonna, let me tell you, you're not gonna find any enjoyment from this. I'm so sorry. Because literally nothing happened today. We talked at each other. I talked at you mostly.
I know, but along this way we learned.
We learned nothing.
Yes, we did. We learned.
What did we learn?
About Clyde. I almost dropped a sandwich. A lot of interesting things happened.
The pinnacle of interesting lore. Aiden almost dropped his sandwich. Holy shit, guys.
I was panicking when that sandwich was unrolled. Stuff popped down my leg. My mom was freaking out too.
Alright.
I was like, oh
so
no.
Guys, we did it. We just dropped a sandwich.
Yeah, it's me jumping into my floor sandwich.
Oh my god.
Backflip off the Empire State because I dropped myself. Anyway, ladies, germs, whatever monsters of the night are listening, you got your goblin hands.
So yeah, let's do a recap for everyone. What did we talk about today? We talked about Sonichu.
We talked about Chris-Chan as a whole, things that spawned from him, the things that he talks about and knows. We
Talk
talked
about the dimensional merge. I actually wanted to say a few things about the dimensional merge, actually.
Make it quick because the episode's really nearing the end.
No, we don't have to. Aiden, this is the thing. This is our show. We can end it when we want to.
I don't want it to be 2 hours because it'll be 2 hours about the dimensional merge and Chris-Chan. That's already too much time talking about.
Look. No, this is fine. This is fine because this is us going into our specialty with this, which is dipshittery. So
Alright.
I want you to imagine this. You're living your normal life in the world, right? And then out of nowhere, this fat fuck of a human being summons like eldritch powers and forces the dimensions to come together, and now there are anthro furries everywhere, like just down the street. There are ponies everywhere, right? On the plus side, you have like characters from Skyrim, I guess, that are walking around.
If
You
all
got
the
everything,
dimensions merge together,
every conceivable thing. But now you've got this like fat fuck of a deity who is trying to rule the universe with an iron fist. And now you have to summon together like a cabal of all these weird, wacky characters from across the multiverse to fight this eldritch horror of a man-child. I think that's a compelling story.
It is, but this is just Ready Player One, Ben.
No, Ready Player One was shit. This would not be shit.
But do you think that doing this weird thing of where I get characters from sorted pieces of media to fight this autistic Nigerian wannabe would be interesting? I'd be like,
well,
hey,
okay. We could make it like a D&D kind of thing. And it doesn't have to be like, oh look, it's Captain Picard and Boba Fett and I don't fucking know, Twilight Sparkle Dicks.
I could quite literally just like get my dad, just like not even through a dimensional merge. Like my dad isn't a fictional character, but still.
No, I mean like imagine your dad in an alternate dimension where he's like, I don't know, he's a Mandalorian bounty hunter. That or he's like Chris Kyle or something.
All it really takes is just my dad with a gun to be like, BAM! Burst down the door and just bang. Nigerian prince, evil cabal overlord defeated.
Well, no, because he's like this weird. He's now morphed into this weird eldritch horror that like cannot be contained.
Eldritch horror, Ben.
Huh?
Define eldritch horror, please.
He's like he's invincible. He can create and disintegrate things at will. He's like Thanos, but he doesn't have like one bitch snap. He can like go and go and go. Like he is master of the universe.
So okay, then let me.
His
explain
one
this.
weakness, his only weakness, as stated by him, is like he can't really affect the canon of universes. That's why he hates when trolls. Like there was a comic Asperchu that was like a parody of his comic, right?
Yeah.
And he said that by making that comic, that very comic, effed with like his own dimension, making part of it invalid. So what you would have to do is get like a group, either of very creative people or OCs, like that have been created to fight him.
Basically, this is just kind of like his kill face. His family was killed. A samurai accidental trained samurai swords, and now he kill you by staring at you. Are you just trying to one up other people and making your own original characters just to get this one like League of Legends like Thunderdome arena where whoever has the more powerful OC wins, but it doesn't matter because real power doesn't have any real measurable effects, since you can just say, oh yeah,
well,
we can look at you and your brain will explode.
The thing is, at the end, we can make it like a message about how really the real power of the universe isn't how much it's not how much concentrated autism you have, it's not how much creativity you have, it's the friends you make along the way. The power of friendship, my guy.
You're only as powerful as the autists that you band together.
That's the title of the new series, or not the title. It's like the mantra. Is like you're only as powerful as the fellow autists you work together with.
That's valid.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should call it an episode.
Well, speaking of autists, this is maybe a story for another day, but you can talk about how we met, by the way. That's a good... we'll do that next stream. Let's do that next stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about our, like, friendship origin story.
Yeah.
That'll be nice, because that was very funny when you told it back to me.
Oh my god, that'll be interesting for sure.
Would you like to do some Saints Row after this, or are we done for the night?
I think I'm gonna let my phone charge and watch Chris-Chan, and then I'll just text you as things happen. Really.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been us
talking about Chris-Chan.
Talking about Chris-Chan, doing our retarded shit. We apologize that this episode was not nearly as funny as what I thought last episode was.
That doesn't mean it's not good, however.
It was information. It's just I feel like it was if you want like the real good story, like this is who brought me down this rabbit hole. Frederick Knudsen, with his series called Down the Rabbit Hole, introduced me to Chris and a bunch of other weird people. And let me tell you, we are garbage at explaining things.
Yes, watch the funny rabbit hole, man.
Watch the funny rabbit hole, man.
Yes.
So, I don't know what else to say beyond, don't... Oh, you got a message?
Yeah, this is the message we'll sign off of, I guess. Until next time, prison people, and don't get hit by cars. Good night, everybody, or good morning, whatever.
Good night. No, we're gonna say good night, because that's how you end off. You say good night.
Yeah.
Good night,
don't watch
everybody.
it in the morning, or we'll beat you with Chris-Chan pulp. You'll be stuck in a wheelchair for the rest of your life.
There you go. You don't want to be stuck in a wheelchair for the rest of your life, alright?
And you can't go downstairs.
Stairs are pretty... Dude, we could talk about Daleks next time, too. They're fucking retarded.
We can talk about anything we want.
Daleks are fucking retarded. Alright, good night, ladies and gentlemen. Daleks are fucking retarded.